quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. And leading them out is the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, the number 2 pick in the NFL draft out of LSU, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the 2-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Flush down out to his left. Took off with it again. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Daniels on first down. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's enough for a first down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU. Did somebody lose track of downs on the sideline? They have brought the field goal team out. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Aubrey puts it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Sanders all set to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by the 5th-year pro who can really fill up a stat sheet, Justin Herbert.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Right to the air is Herbert. This is hauled in by Atwell. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. First carry now for Kyron Williams. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. On 3rd down, Herbert. Flushed out of the... trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Punt meets him at the 28. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Dolphins and QB Jayden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And he's been one of the best at leading an offense this season. As you can see, he's at 2nd in the NFL right now in touchdown passes. And a man is there to knock that away. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So it'll be 2nd down. Play fake here. Daniels bails out of the pocket quick. They're working a couple yards past the line. That tackle made by Kobe Turner. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. Daniels throwing on third. That's caught for the first. Down to the 10. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins stretch their early lead to 9. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins go up 10-zip here in the first.
Jason Sanders to kick off one.
Sanders all set to send it away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They have 1st and 10. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, you take a huge negative sack like that.
And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Rams trying to make some noise before halftime. To the air, 3rd and long. He's taken down. The Dolphins rush gets home. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. The Dolphins are headed out there alongside Jalen Waddle for this next series. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Finds his man, Waddle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. From the red zone now. He's on the move. He's on the move. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Jason Sanders leading the Dolphins field goal unit out. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Aubrey puts it through. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Fielded at the 7. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We're at halftime here on Monday night. Now we'll go coast to coast. Jonathan Coachman standing by in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the visiting Broncos who were able to come in and get the road victory. Bo Nix leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Heward. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Sanders all set to send it away. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the third. Their defense has really kept them in this game. Now it's time for this offense to start putting up some points. First and 10, Herbert. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
It's now second and 10.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Looking for a target. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
Herbert from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. The Rams are set to punt. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. He'll start from the 39. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. Herbert on first down. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. He slides down with enough to pick up that first. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks. On the 44-yard line now, first and 10. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Motioning the tight end left. Herbert now, blitz coming. That one complete to Higbee. Running down the left side. To the house, touchdown LA! To the lead coming out of halftime. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Point after converted from Carney. get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Barrios now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Opening carry for the lateral goes haywire. Fumble. Picked up by the Rams. And he will take it back for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams get this time before the end of the 3rd. Cardi now for the PAT. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they locked in and try to stick him deep. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Offense working quickly. 2nd down carry for Achane. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take the lead as time runs out here in the 3rd. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that 2nd one far bigger than his 1st when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the 2nd half. It puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Daniels from the pistol. Forced out to his right. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. And after that last 2nd score in the 3rd, we'll resume play with a...
Jason Sanders to kick off drive.
Sanders all set to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Who set it down for him at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. They left him wide open. It's complete. Has a hole left. Room to run. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
All right, here we go. Huge play for the Rams, going for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Herbert's going to look to throw for this. And the pressure's there. He goes down. The sack denies them the 2-point conversion. Well, you told me this before, Brock. That decision, all about the math right there. 2-point lead doesn't do them much good. They wanted the field goal difference, but instead, lead stays at 1.
Yeah, it's about math and it's about time because we're in the final frame of this game. Unless we go to overtime, and I don't think you and I would mind that too much. Now it's all about getting a stop here, and their defense has no margin for error. Got to keep them out of field goal range now.
The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Hauled in by Waddle. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. They go play action here. And the 1st down pass set away by a defender, incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here he is to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing now. Rolling out to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they bring him down around the 34. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. Back to throw. On target to Waddle. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins jump in front late. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
He'll look to throw it. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4th.
I always say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for 2, but that risk pays off.
Sanders all set to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Escapes the pocket. And they're all over him. He goes down. The flag goes down as well, though. Let's wait and see which side this is on. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert now. Put the body on the line for his team. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Got Williams, and it's complete.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion or the premium in this league.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Herbert to throw once more. us a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule. You get a little something coming out of it, too.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
Looking to throw it. And he got there in time. He's taken down. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. 4th and 14. Let's see if they've got some magic in them. To throw. And to force it on 4th, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kader. And the Dolphins make the play that should win them this game. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Has it downfield working the left. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper, and that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14.
Rams 20. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down. Here he is to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Kader Tohu there defensively.
Now to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. They connect on the deep shot. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Now 4 seconds left, we've got a timeout. Not that the final play is going to change the outcome, but we will get one more snap. Throw reeled in by Whittington. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.